Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're viewing us from. Welcome back to the M3 Blurcast today. That happens here every Sunday at 5 o'clock. And I'm host Devon Dick Knight, but I also have my other co um co-castmates here. There's James,
Hello.
and then we have Mr. Keeman.
Hello.
And we hopefully hope you guys have had a good week. And that everything is going well for you. I know that people faced Storm Helen, Helena, whatever her name was.
That was Helene.
Helene, was it Eileen?
Helene, I think. I don't know.
I mean,
Sorry.
well, we just call her Hell because that bitch was hell. Okay,
My God.
that bitch was hell. And especially here in where in the part of Georgia I'm in, it was hell because my place got flooded. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some photos and I'm like, ooh, this it's a little too close for home. So for me, because I've been through that before in Houston, so I already know. But I was like, sheesh.
Mhm.
Oh, we got twins today.
Um, kind of for right now. Okay. Okay, I can make it myself. All right. While I work this out, um, James, can you go first, please?
Sure. This week I just wanted to do some quick trailers and shows. Well, I was gonna do movies, but the list would have been too long, so I cut it down to shows that are coming out soon. Some have trailers that we're gonna be watching today. And for all you new people who just joined us, there's a little game we play called Good, Bad, and Ugly, where I read off or look at the trailer of the show and we figure out is it good that we really want to watch it, bad, we don't want to watch it, or ugly, we're undecided. Okay, I'll start with the first show. It's called, let me see, I think I'm saying this right, Joan, Joan, Joan. That's right. Oh, okay. Coming out on the CW, it's a new drama series,
Oh God.
and it says Joan, a uh, fiery woman in her 20s, devoted mother, and her 6-year-old daughter, Kelly, is trapped in a basically violent, violent marriage with a criminal. And she's trying to escape. And while she escapes, she becomes a jewel thief. Luckily, there's not luckily, but sadly, there's no trailer for this, so we can't get the nuance of the show. But it seems interesting. I give it an ugly because I just want to know how did she escape in her abusive criminal husband while she turned into a jewel thief. So I just want to know.
These things don't make sense to me. It's for me. It's a bad because I'm like, what? I'm not understanding. So you left problems to get more problems, but
Well, like I
also
said,
it's a CW show, and I don't have
yeah.
much faith in them, honestly. Just saying.
I mean, they put budget in a white show, so it could be.
Yes, unfortunately, but
So
mm,
it could be interesting.
we'll see. I'll need to see a trailer first, and then
That's what
I'll.
I said. I said the trailer probably give us more nuance than what the description is pretty much saying.
The description is just it's like, oh yeah, I'm in a bad marriage, but I'm gonna escape and go steal shit.
I
Okay.
mean, I mean, if the husband and the criminal is a criminal, maybe she's trying to escape, start a new identity. she doesn't have any money because the husband, the breadwinner, blah blah blah.
Interesting.
So she
Well,
has to steal to provide for
we
her
need to make
family.
that a little bit more clear, but yes, we'll see, child.
Okay. Devon.
You are muted. Can't hear you. I was gonna say you might have to have your phone up as your audio. Turn that camera off on your phone, and then just use your phone as the audio. It's the only way I can hear you.
Well, while Devon's dealing with that, I gotta go to the next thing. The next show is the uh, Last Days of the Space Age. It's a Disney Plus new drama series, or dramedy series.
Okay.
It says in 1979, the power strike threatened to purge the region into darkness in the Western Australia area, while the city, uh, while the city hosts is Miss Universe pageant. The U.S. space station Skylab crashes just beyond the city suburbs. And luckily, we have a trailer to this. So let me try to pull the trailer up. Let's see here.
Let me tell you a story.
When I was a kid, all I ever wanted was to be part of a normal family.
You're wasting your time. The company's a dinosaur.
Your dad is supposed to be taking care of us.
You are no BG, Plum.
I could be.
And I am Coco Chanel.
We can't build up a girl's hopes. We have to be realistic about her place in the world.
Her place.
I've lived in Scarborough for 20 years now.
You're practically one of us. We have rights. We fight for.
You're not here to make political statements. You're here to get an
I'm
education.
not the one who needs educating, Nan.
You could have walked out and crossed the line with me.
You could have told me the roof over our head was threatened.
You've never been scared like this.
Can't stop living. Even when we're scared.
The space age is our age. This is our dream.
It's your dream.
Different worlds, different lives, everything changing.
Now, do you want to hear my story or not?
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting because I don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah, right.
I guess they're trying to make it as mysterious as possible, but you need to give us a little of a plot. What's going on? For right now, it's a bad for me.
Um, give it a slight ugly. I'll give it a slight interesting, but I don't know enough because it just seems like there's a lot jumbled in.
Yeah, a lot. That's why I was like, what am I watching?
Yeah, that's what I was saying too.
This is a lot.
This the opposite case of the other one because it seemed like the description gave more of a plot than the trailer did.
Sheesh. Yeah, the trailer ain't helping. I don't know what that is. What was that?
I don't know.
A waste of time.
Because
Oh, I don't like
the
that.
description make it seem like there's like a tragedy happens,
Hmm.
but normally they show, they show like happy, happy, our normal life. Then tragedy hits, and the next scene you see like some type of chaos, or or some plot to it, but
Right.
I ain't getting nothing from it.
Nothing.
Hmm.
Well, on to the next one. Because that ain't.
Okay. The next one is called "Where's Wanda?" and no, it's not.
Damn.
I mean, that would fit though, because right now in the MCU, we don't know what the bitch is at.
Well, this ain't
So,
an MCU. This is Apple TV. So,
I know.
"Where's Wanda?" Apple TV new series coming out October 2nd. After the family's daughters goes missing, they take matters into their own hands and hatch a wild plan. Spy on the neighbors as they make their way to a small town, doing espionage, and shocking secrets. Can't talk. Shocking secrets will be revealed along the way. Basically, their daughters goes missing. They take matters into their own hands and do their own investigation, and on their neighborhood and their town, and apparently secrets be revealed along the way.
Oh, sounds
So,
messy.
so there's a trailer to this too. So, and this is a comedy. So,
Oh, even better.
so let me bring up the video.
This is a normal town. This is where the normal clots live. So that's... Okay, a little more. Okay, stop. One back. Perfect. So that's me.
It's tight.
And, as you can probably guess from how carefree I look... some bad shit's about to go down.
Wanda would never just disappear without telling us.
But until we have evidence.
She was abducted.
Wanda!
What if we don't find her?
We'll find her, okay?
My little girl. I can't lose her.
Hold my breath, just disappear.
We'll search all the houses in that zone until we find her.
Hope that you reappear.
Wanda?
Hey, what are you doing? Have you never seen a crime show?
Let's go over the plan once again.
Hello, I had an issue with my car breaking down. Can I please use your phone? Hello, I'm Father Schaefer. I had a crisis of faith, but I'm also the best dad.
Stop. Mom, Dad, stop doing it like boomers.
Can I help you with something?
We're looking for recording devices.
What do you want to do with them?
A podcast.
Watching birds.
You mustn't underestimate how much Wanda's disappearance has affected Zundersheim.
What are you doing?
Oh my God.
We all have secrets. Secrets someone else wants to uncover.
Yes! Down a bit more.
Do you see something?
Oh my God.
You know somebody gonna be a deviant. There's always somebody in the neighborhood is a deviant that nobody knows.
Right.
I love it.
This is a watch for me.
It's
This
watch,
part of my
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to borrow James's Apple TV access, but yeah.
Child, that's funny.
Sure.
Not sure.
I got other resources to watch stuff, but
I mean, whatever your resources are, sir.
Not illegal activity. Oh. No, but no, I would definitely watch that. whenever I open up my Apple TV again, definitely canceled that. The one show that I was watching is on. Why am I paying for this?
Right.
Mm,
That's how I am. I'm paying for all this stuff and I'm watching one show out of.
I'm now I'm now doing the thing where if it's one or two shows that I'm watching and I've watched the season and then I'm waiting for the newest season, I'm canceling the subscription and I'll come back whenever the season comes back. And then I'll watch it and do the same thing over again.
Right.
No reason to pay all of that if I ain't watching nothing else.
Right.
So,
Like I said, the only reason I got Hulu because American Dad Living Single, Family Guy. Basically my comfort shows. Basically.
I feel you.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So everybody, that's a watch for everybody. That's good.
Yeah, I watch it.
Yeah, I would watch it.
Okay. We got one anime on the list. There was plenty of anime coming out. I ain't added to the list because it's been too long. But it's called Dan La Dan. Basically, a female high schooler who is into the occult, has a friend. Basically, well, I'm trying to paraphrase because this is a long description.
Oh my
Basically,
god!
two friends. One doesn't believe in paranormal. The other one doesn't believe in aliens.
Oh.
One goes to a haunted house. The other one goes to an area where aliens are supposed to be spotted.
Oh,
wow!
And throughout this whole situation, this is an anime. One unlocks her powers, and they go on freaky adventures apparently, and that's their fate of love begins. So apparently it's gonna be a horror mixed with aliens, mixed with, I don't know what you call a love anime or a relationship anime. Cedar would know that. But all that in one. And luckily we have a trailer for that too. So let me see.
Okay.
Turn this volume down because sometimes this stuff be too loud. Oh, and this is on Netflix, by the way. I accidentally rewinded. This is on Netflix, by the way. It's coming out October 3rd.
So tomorrow.
UFO 見たことねえだろ。綾瀬さんこそ幽霊見たことあるんですか？ないよ。恐縮っす。何あれ？ほんとやめてほしい。
Workout beat.
一もちゃおらせろや。
バナナをください。
助けてください。自分をコントロールできます。わかるとく。
なえるぜ。
Okay.
Dan.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a bad only because I don't have Netflix, so there's that. But other than that,
Spooky
I would
man.
say,
Boo.
Hold on.
oh hey,
I
hey,
think
them
well,
motherfuckers ain't get my money ever
oh,
again.
But you know what?
Sorry.
But you
well,
know,
luckily for you, I read it wrong. It's on Crunchyroll, not Netflix. My bad.
oh,
Okay, well, I
Crunchyroll.
take it back. Then I'll
Yeah, I'll be watching that.
partake.
But we'll get into another topic where these streaming services are spiking their prices, and now Amazon is over $20.
Huh?
Oh
Hey,
no, I cannot believe it. I am so shocked.
listen.
I'm like, girl.
I don't like it.
Nah, I listen to the Cream too much. I'm going girl too much.
Yeah, that's why you gotta find other resources.
Oh yes, but
Oh
yes.
yeah, definitely.
That's what I did for Avatar when we were talking about it. I found my
Yes.
resources.
Mhm.
Got to, because like I said, at this point, you might well just pay for cable.
Exactly.
So it's a bad for Keyman. Well, I don't know.
No.
It's not on Netflix,
It's
so
to
you
watch.
can't.
I'll watch it.
It's watching. Yeah.
Okay. Got one more. And I think this one gonna be funny. It's called The Franchise. Follows a crew of unloved franchise movie fighters for the place of a savage and unruly cinematic universe. The comedy series shines a light on the secret chaos behind the world of superhero movie making, as in how exactly the cinematic sausage gets made. Every mistake is an origin story. And we got a trailer for that as well. It's giving me like the nerdy version of The Office, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll see. But that's what I'm getting for me.
On set! Just another 83 days, and then we're done. Let's savor every moment.
Christ, what a mess.
Not panicking. I'm just take 5, everyone!
Everything's exploding at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and the movie is a scrotum resting on a razor's edge.
The studio man is coming.
Welcome to the future of getting reamed out.
Hey team, what's up?
Fuck. I've eaten a lot of shit for this movie. A subway foot long, but of turds.
Oh my god, I love it. Can we internalize our panic?
God, this is so rewarding.
Everything okay?
Everything's completely amazing.
Be straight with me. Do you buy me as a guy who can make earthquakes happen?
You're the greatest actor who ever lived. Really? Don't make me repeat myself, because I won't.
Why aren't we shooting, son? What else do I need to know?
Holy fucking shit, the studio's on fire! Okay, it's just some houses. We're back, everyone. We must shoot. We will shoot. Hey Siri, read new messages.
We need to talk about the divorce. I don't care if you're busy with your shitty movie for masturbating fuck nerds. Crying face emoji, crying face emoji, crying face emoji.
What a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good for me.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a good for me.
I don't watch that.
I know they're gonna make fun of all the tropes of these superhero bullshit and behind the scenes and all the stuff they have to deal with, like leaks and stuff. I know they're gonna talk about that.
Yep.
So yeah, that's good for me. That's like I said, comedy more my speed. And that was the last one for my topic.
Okay. Before we move on to State of Play and Actor All Along, I am going to say that it is spooky season. So we will be going down a lot of horror and supernatural journeys for the month of October. Especially with Agatha being around us. And everybody watching Agatha. Hopefully everybody's been watching Agatha all along. or as I like to say on other podcasts, Devon all along. Been Devon all along. But I just want to let y'all know what's coming up, what we got for the month of October, because I'm actually liking spooky season again, and actually liking horror movies now that they're coming out with actually good ones again. Uh, so, but I am going to I have a small clip today for fuck around and find out. Now, if anybody knows the OG Yu-Gi-Oh, with the Pharaoh, there was a season where they had to deal with the still of Orichalcos. And in this season, Weevil and Yugi had a rematch. And that there was a point in the duel that Weevil pissed off the Pharaoh. And for anybody that has watched OG Yugi, you should never piss off the Pharaoh. Because he was already going through some shit after losing Yugi's soul to the Orichalcos. Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen it, but at this point, if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you should have.
Yeah.
But
Spoiler. That's like a 15. Hey, that 15 years old.
Right, exactly. More than that. But yeah. But get the clip.
I must throw out my entire hand! Now I shall continue to draw cards from my deck one by one, and I'm not to stop until I draw a magic or trap card. Meanwhile, with each monster card I draw, I can attack you with a creature from my side of the field, as long as that creature has 1,500 points or less.
1,500? Wait a sec!
I may have weakened my warrior's attack power by using his special ability, but it was well worth the price, for now I can destroy you!
Yugi's been planning this all along!
It's the beginning of the end for you! I've drawn Queen's Knight! And since it's a monster, my warrior can attack! Yeah. For my next card! Looks like you're out of luck. Attack again! I draw again! Another monster! This just isn't your day! Breaker! Attack him again! Let's see. Oh well.
Please, Pharaoh! No
more!
Let me go, bitch.
Right. Let me listen. I was on the Pharaoh side. No, you keep whipping that nigga until until the light escapes from his eyes, okay? Because he did not have to tell the Pharaoh that, oh, this is the card that has Yugi's soul on it, and then he ripped it in half. And you know that they best friends. That's his spiritual partner, pretty much. And you faked it like, oh, this is his soul. It is no more. And then he came up like, oh, you want to play around? Oh, okay. Berserker soul, nigga, and then as long as he keep drawing a monster, he can attack him with a monster that's under 1,500 attack. Wham, nigga! Oh, another card.
See that's why you can't have weak people in your group. You should be whooping his ass with me.
Oh my god!
This just isn't your day. Your day.
Like, girl, he might have killed our friend and threw our friend in the wind, and you thought no.
Right, even though it was fake, but still, you don't do that shit because the Pharaoh was already going through shit because he played the field, and unfortunately, little Yuki paid the price for it. So he was already like feeling bad. He lost his best friend pretty much, and
I
but
mean, of
also
course it
it
was
was
fake, but we didn't know that.
huh
Like you did. I just say, of course it was fake, but he didn't know that.
right,
You thought you
right,
ripped, you could
right,
have
right.
him.
That's why I said you don't fuck around like that.
Uh,
And it was actually part of it. Part of it was actually Weevil's fault because he used a card to weaken other monsters on the field that weren't insects by like 200. And so when you summon Breaker, he gets an automatic counter on him that raises his attack to 2100. But if you use a counter to destroy a spell or trap card, it deducts him by 300. So that's
oh,
why his original attack starts at a 16. But because Weevil's card lowering his attack by 100, he was able to do it. So yeah, Weevil actually was part to blame in his own ass whipping.
Yeah, every time I see your little bowl cut ass around town, I'm whooping that ass.
Mhm. Right. So remember, Weevil also tossed out Exodia in like the first two episodes. I would have dealt no, I would have still been on his ass to this day.
a mess.
But anyway, moving on. We're gonna get to our first game trailer today from the state of play that happened this week. It was actually a lot of reviews in gaming that happened this week.
Thank God.
And we gonna save the best for last, which
Oh,
is the follow up to
don't say
Ghost
it.
of
Just
Tsushima.
wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll take that for last. But let's go with Midnight Walk first.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
While I was in the black, I had a dream. There was a monster in the woods.
And on you go, like a moth into the burning light.
Thank you.
Who took the sun away? Little soul, you charming little wanderer, where are you off to now?
And so it was that the burnt one and a small flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
Yeah, that is a definite play for me. It looks like Tim Burton um mind exploded and went to gaming.
Oof. Oof. It's a no for me, dog. I don't know. It looks interesting. It
Mhm.
looks like what is that? Nightmare? What is it? Nightmare Before Christmas or something?
Mhm.
It,
And
it
Caroline,
looks like that in Coraline. Yeah, it looks like that. So you know,
It looks interesting. I'll definitely play it.
it almost also looks like a first player game. Which, if that's the case, count me out. I don't.
I believe they probably were showing the VR version too, maybe.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely I'm a well some more info. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't have access to my descriptions today, but if you, I would probably do that next week. or sometime in the future as the game gets closer. But I'm just showing trailers today. I'm sorry. But the next one could be Arcade.
Okay.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy? Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet, you have been granted another chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved Mother Goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial, perhaps you might become one of us.
Yeah, I definitely give that a try as well. It looks like Lord of the Rings and Demon Souls had a baby. That's what's getting right now.
That's
Is it
good.
multiplayer?
I like that. It
Mhm.
said it's multi. You can it said online multiplayer is only with PS Plus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's. I would assume you would have to. It's an online only multiplayer. I don't know about in like if you're in person with multiple controllers. Maybe not. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's definitely a play for me as multiplayer.
hmm Yeah, I would love to play that with other people. You can play that with other people online too, I'm sure. Like you said, multiplayer. But yeah, I'm definitely giving that a try. I'm right now. There is high, like the meter's definitely high in trying to take my money because yeah, I'm sold on pretty much a lot of things that have happened this week. So yeah, but that's definitely I'll play that one. I'll give that one a shot. Um, the next one is Indiana Jones.
"打天使の守護者か。守るのはキルクルス・マグヌス。大円環だ。
Konnichiwa and welcome to Machine Games. I'm Jerk Gustafsson, game director on Indiana Jones and The Great Circle.
And I'm Axel Torenius, creative director on The Great Circle, and thank you for joining us here in our motion capture studio in Uppsala.
Indiana Jones and The Great Circle is a first-person single-player adventure where you uncover one of history's greatest mysteries.
大円環。
その通り。
Set in 1937, sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power, and only one person can stop them, Indiana Jones.
問題からそう逃げてばかりはいられないぞ、インディ。
見てろ。
We are very excited for our players in Japan and around the world to get their hands on Indiana Jones and the Great Circle when it launches on Xbox, PC, and Game Pass on December 9th.
Thanks for tuning in to the Xbox digital broadcast at Tokyo Game Show, and we look forward to showing you more soon. Arigato gozaimasu.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a no for me, and I'm almost certain you know why it's a no.
Yeah, we know why, because it's the first person. It's a wait and see for me, because I'll do it first person, but my issue with this is that it's Indiana Jones, and I feel like Indiana Jones should have been a third person over the shoulder game, because if you're using a whip, I want to see what I'm doing with said whip. I want to be able to, like, do tricks, I guess, and see if I can or whatever. Also, this was a chance for them to do this game. But this is what I'm saying. This is also why I prefer it to be in third person, because it's Indiana Jones. You want to see him do stuff. You want to see your character in action doing stuff. And I get they want it to be like, oh, you're Indiana Jones. They want you to feel like Indiana Jones. I don't need to feel like Indiana Jones. No, I want to see him. I want to control him and see him do his thing. I don't need to feel like I'm Indiana Jones for this. It doesn't work for me in that regard, But if other people like it, cool. But it just doesn't work for me,
Yeah,
So,
I'm not.
oh, did we lose James?
Uh-oh.
Okay, we lost James. He coming back.
Okay. I'm like, we can't lose you, Chuck. You're the one that's putting the things up.
They could have easily made this an Uncharted clone.
Yeah, they really could have. That too.
It's the same concept.
Mm.
A white man going on adventures, going through jungles and stuff like that. They could easily make that.
Right, but I would rather them do it in the style of like God of War, or I don't know, Assassin's Creed, maybe. But yeah,
that don't seem like the. I say more Assassin's Creed than God of War.
Yeah. Or even just put it as Uncharted, but with the camera view of a God of War game. That's what I'm saying. Like not exactly in the same play style, but just like where the camera is and everything. Like how you're able to see Kratos from the back and see how close he is to the screen and everything. Like it still do his thing. I would prefer it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it being over the shoulder. No. I mean, it being in first person, no.
I mean, it's been a good VR game, but no.
I mean, yeah. It could. I mean, if it was a VR game, I could see it being better for that too. But if they give the option to make it either first person or third person, if they implement a third person view option, I'll play it more than likely. But for right now, it's kind of a wait and see for me. All right, and then Hell Like Us would be the next one.
Okay.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away. Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick. But we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
Well, well. All right.
It's cool.
That looks creepy, but yes. Wow.
I mean, I like.
playing that.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
Oh, I was saying I like how they incorporated magic and technology in the same universe.
I was gonna say it reminds me of that. At some points, it reminded me of like watching something Forspoken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that game. Well, hopefully they don't have the dialogue of Forspoken.
Oh well, all right.
I mean, I know. You know what? We're not going to. Let's just hope that they do. If they were to ever do another Forspoken game, which I doubt they will do,
Oh,
but
no.
if they were to ever do a remaster, they do it a hell of a lot better than the first time. And they actually sit there and like take it apart and then build it back up to be better than what it was. Yeah, yeah.
No, that game thrown in the bin somewhere, never to be found.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it was in a $5 bin at Walmart or somewhere else. You know, just sitting there collecting dust. Because I mean, the game had so much potential, but then when you play it, it's like, ooh, ooh.
Like I said, it wasn't the gameplay or the graphic; it was just the dialogue. The dialogue was
That's
so
part of
off.
it. It was the gameplay for me too, because it felt a little confusing for me. If I gotta push 3 buttons to do one thing, that ain't. I'm like, no. I will. I gave it the old college try. I was just like, you know what? I'll just watch somebody else play this. I'm not doing it.
Now I'll watch somebody
Definitely.
else play this. Oh,
Like, let somebody else spend their money.
I mean, I do watch people gameplay online, so I mean, why not? I mean,
We always say never go by the trailer.
right
Let's go.
now, if it became free on PlayStation Plus, yeah, I would give it another shot. But
That's
no,
that's a waste of storage space.
oh. So,
damn, James, even I'm not being that mean.
I'm just being honest. I'm not getting the game I ain't gonna play. That's a waste of storage space.
You're right. You're right. I got facts, but yeah. So we did get before we get to our big finale trailer. We did get a little teaser trailer of The Last of Us season 2, the live action on HBO, and it's gonna be an emotional season. It's gonna hurt. But go ahead, James, because yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, yes we do. We love spooky boots. Yes.
You want to start or what? Let's try something different. You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud. Say the thing you're afraid to say. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. What did you do?
Mm,
Oh,
that's going to be an emotional season. But remember that if for those of you, spoiler alert, but you should have watched it by now, or at least played the game, The Last of
I
Us,
will
or seen
never
the
do.
show.
I will never do either of those. But
I
yes,
know
go
because
ahead.
it's not your kind of game. We know,
No, honey, no.
because they got infected people. You don't
Nope.
do zombies too well. We know.
Nope.
But
And y'all had me watch that one episode with the gay shit,
yeah,
and was like, "Oh, you're fine. It's nothing." That one scene, I said, "What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that?"
yeah. Okay, Cardi B. That Cardi
I
B.
felt
What?
played. I felt played. I was like, "What is that? Why does it look like that?" But yes.
Okay, but but if y'all have not played the game or not seen the show, or if you have done both but don't remember what happened at the end,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, spoiler alert, Joel ends up killing the Fireflies medical team that was about to kill Ellie, um, to possibly get a cure out of her immunity. Possibly, not a guarantee. It was a possibly, which means if they didn't get one, they would have just killed her for nothing. Um, but then there's the other. Then there was some backlash from other people that happened in the sequel game. But I'm not going to spoil that for those of y'all who have not played it. But yeah, but if you are a person that's been online, you already know. Okay, but if you pay attention, you already know. But this is actually a build up to that because I don't think they're going to kill off Joel so fast in this show. So this is more of a build up to where he actually does tell Ellie what happened and her dealing with that a whole lot, like dealing with why he decided to save her life versus um kill her. But it was more so about the fact that he lied about it to her as well. Like he told her that they ran tests and they couldn't find anything in your blood to do anything, so they left. But that was not the truth, But he does eventually tell her the truth, and it puts a strain on the relationship. Um, but yeah, so this is going to be an interesting. I'm going to see how they how they make some things different, but not too far off from the source material, which is what I love about them doing this. Is because, and this is where I tell um people who are doing anything live action based off a video game, if you stick close to the source material, make a little changes here and there, you have a successful project. Looking at y'all Resident Evil people, because yeah, I'm really still kind of not happy about these last few projects that y'all have done. And then on top of that, y'all want to announce that y'all are going to do a follow up sequel to Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. For what reason I don't know. It should burn in the pits in the deepest pits of Tartarus, and not be seen by the light of day. Like, how dare y'all subject us back to that visual torture that it was in the audio too? Because yeah, some of the lines are cringy as fuck too. But why would y'all want to subject us to such torture again? I don't know. But they greenlit it. I would
Did
not be
y'all
watching
watch?
it. So
Say it again. Say it again.
That's why y'all watch it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't got nothing to do with me. Take me out of the group chat.
Just like,
'Cause
just like,
y'all was watching it.
just like, why y'all? Why they making a Good Times 2 cartoon? Because y'all watched it.
Yeah.
Who asked for this? Y'all did, cause y'all
Nope.
watched.
Nobody asked for this. and and yeah, but back to the Last of Us. So it's gonna be a lot, and I'm pretty sure that they'll do a better, bigger trailer as it gets closer to the release date of it and everything. But Joel is sitting there trying to cope with what he's done and versus telling Ellie or not telling Ellie. So it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Um,
Pray for the children.
yeah, because we know why she's immune to it. It's just um and people say, well, Ellie would have preferred to have at least died to try and find a cure versus being kept alive. And Joe was like, no, y'all can't do that to her. And it has to do with his own guilt about his own daughter being killed by the military or the government or whoever was out there trying to control the infection area. And they accidentally end up killing her, even though she wasn't infected. So it's a lot of trauma that Joel has to go through and is dealing with, even because even as a parent, no matter what, you don't get over the death of a child. That pain will never go away. I don't believe that pain will ever go away for any parent. So and then when he finds a surrogate daughter with Ellie, it's like I can't lose another daughter, kind of thing. So
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. This not to say this is just a theory. Let's be honest. She gonna die anyway because that's how the world built. You can only run because basically in this world there's zombies. There's different type of zombies, but there's zombies. At the end of the day, how long can you survive?
Child.
Like, be honest now.
okay, James, we did not need you. We did not need you to put like a whole damper and disclosure on this because we don't know. We don't even know the end of Ellie's story yet. They haven't come with the third game yet, so we don't know what she's gonna do. You know.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, James.
Y'all just let them people die slow death. Go and get it over with. Anyway.
Thank you for joining us today, AK Braille. He says, y'all remember the toxic discourse online after The Last of Us 2 was released. I'm not ready for this again. People were being really foul on social media. So yeah, this is why I say that that's not going to happen in the show just yet. It's going to be a build up to it. I don't think we'll even see Abby in this season. Not yet, anyway. So I think we can avoid that at this point in time in the live action series. But I get where you're coming from. It was toxic, and people were we do trick or treatment sometimes.
They did. Like I said, I had no, like, I didn't want to watch that show because for one, I know the stuff that I know from the game, whatever I've seen, and I'm like, I'm good. I read the descriptions. That's all I needed. They wanted me to watch this particular episode, which was very good. Had its emotional moments, yes. But they were like, "Yeah, you have nothing to worry about. There's nothing in this episode. They're not the clickers, or isn't that what they're called? They're
Clickers,
like,
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not in there or whatever." Lies. One scene, and I was just like, "Oh, what is that thing? It looked weird." I was, no, nope, nope.
James being Mr. Doom and Gloom over there. Someone get him some sunshine.
If I'm in a zombie apocalypse, send me to heaven. I'm not going through that.
Take me.
Cause y'all don't realize in a zombie apocalypse, nothing's gonna be made anymore. So if you wear prescription glasses, gone.
Oh.
If you take your medication, gone.
Oh.
I'm not going through that.
It, literally, like raw dogging it, like just straight dog. Like we just out here trying to survive.
STDs high. No.
I'd be like, Big Mama, your arm. What's going on?
Not, what? Not Big Mama, your arm, and not. You know what? STD.
Why are you so swollen? I ain't got no medication. What do you think?
Right.
What's going on? Yeah. Just give me a gun.
As soon as they say a zombie apocalypse on the news, somebody come take me out.
Just give me a gun and let me shoot some of them for a little bit, and then they can take me. And then whoever I tell, take me out, because I don't want to look like that.
Jay said the Grim Reaper is out here and she's coming whether you're ready or
right. So come get me early, so I can watch out from above.
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
Look at them run. I'm glad I'm up here.
Look at them run.
Right. Let me be quiet and sit in my little corner and watch.
Yeah, let me sit on my little cloud.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, now we'll get to our the biggest reveal about society that's went trending. The ghost of Yotai. The trailer now. Yes. Yes.
Ching ching. Yes. Ching 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 ching.
Mm-hmm.
What? No Power World?
Oh yeah, we can do Power. Oh yeah, no, do Power World. Do Power World. Then go to the I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna do Power World first.
Got us all excited. Shit.
Sorry.
Well, Pokemon with guns is exciting.
It is.
Is it?
So like Kiki Palmer on the Surreal Show. Was it? Was it?
Was it?
Lucha. Josh, Dick, what's going on?
Right.
Somebody went crazy with that thigh slider.
That's somebody. Grandmother got the hips, honey. Wow.
Okay. Grandma got them childbearing hips.
Woo! What is going on?
So I put that slider on 10.
Okay.
You know, people with hips can't jump.
And you know what? She looks better than a lot of people getting BBLs because that's.
She got them legs and hips and body. Hey, let's do it.
All right, Candy.
I mean, at least her stomach and her butt match. You know?
They still ain't got no voices. Ay.
Mm.
Jesus.
Fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, please. That's a lot. Yeah.
I thought this was a trailer.
It's a gameplay trailer.
So I said I'll go fast forward a little bit.
Yeah, we going through a little bit of it.
Not Dick Mama out here beating the motherfuckers up. Wow.
I
Girl,
mean,
put some clothes on. My goodness.
you know when you it's just like Zelda. You know you gotta start the game with a little tattered up shirt and
not sick like this. You should not. Wow.
Well, some people don't put their slide of the 10 on thighs. Okay. Some people
Y'all.
like our characters proportionate.
My goodness. What is
Mm-hmm.
Try it a little bit. I got these thick thighs, but these manly face. What's going on?
I'm sorry.
Got this Trump face.
This still a Pokemon game? I'm sorry.
No, it's not really. It's not a Pokemon game.
No. It's a Pokemon Light game.
Right. Mix a little bit of Fortnite in there too.
Don't they give her what is it? The glider from Legend of Zelda, child?
Okay.
The sound effects even sound like Link.
Yes, you can send your creature out to fight with you, or to pack some heat and start shooting bullets, rocket launchers.
Like I said, you can make your own base.
Yep.
You can go out to the world. It's sort of like Zelda meets Pokemon.
That's
Like
why I'm like, this is not they using the same low key the same thing. So is she in the Glooms area? She's in the Gloom area now.
yeah, that place where Zelda went with the hands that be grabbing.
Okay, that's enough. But yeah, and I know people have heard that. Well, is it Nintendo or is it Game Freak? I think it's Nintendo is suing them for making this game, and they're not suing
They
them.
are.
But here's the thing: people broke it down. They're not suing them for the likeness. That's what they say. They're not suing them for the likeness of the Pokemon, of the characters that look like Pokemon. They're suing them for the patent, the patent of the gameplay or something like that. And I'm like, that's a little.
You can't do that either.
It's a little weird.
I
like,
really thought this was a Pokemon game because at the beginning, the little Pokemon was on top of her. I was like, oh yeah, that's a Pokemon. And then y'all said, oh no, this is not a Pokemon game. Well, what?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean-
said, it's Zelda and Pokemon combined.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of like I say, you can make your own base, and you can have your creatures that you catch make the base. But the reason why people like it because Pokemon been feeling short the last couple of years.
Sure.
So when this game came out, it's like, okay, we're gonna give you an open world. The monsters look cool.
We're gonna give you.
You
what
can
you
basically.
feel
So basically, everything they wanted from a Pokemon game, they're getting it from Power World.
Mm-hmm. And Power World is on PS5 now, and you can play it for free, I believe.
Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, we love that. Nintendo would never.
Of course they wouldn't. So Nintendo is mad. Nintendo is mad because not only did you make a game that could compete with Pokemon, but it's free. And it's basically You
They
know,
got mad because Power World, of course, they ain't make Pokemon sell, but they made a decent amount of money.
yeah, they did because it was on Xbox at first, and even in the beta, people were pre-ordering that bitch, okay, and wanted to play that game. So I was like, and then when they released it, they made money, and then it was like, oh no, y'all can't be making money like us.
Well, like I said, the last Pokemon game I got was Arceus, and that was for me being hopeful because they changed a lot about the game.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all went back to y'all foolishness, so I was like,
ooh,
I'm good.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to our. Oh wait, we're gonna go through the comments. Pokemon BBL. That line went crazy because how she gonna stick up on anything but those cerulean thunderclappers? Really? What game is this with Mama Thick Fat?
Oh Jesus! Oh, you forgot one.
No, we're gonna save that. Save that one for after the trailer, for after Go to Your Side. Save that one. Oh well, I guess we can leave it now. The basement incels were already upset. Ghost of Yotai. I'll never understand why female main characters upset them so much because they males. They incels. And well, okay, we'll talk about it. Let's
hear the white tears coming.
yes, let's play the trailer and then we'll talk about it. Cause yeah.
Or misogynistic tears. Let me say that.
Okay, hold on. Oh, here you go.
Oh, child.
We are beyond the edge of Japan. People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
It took you a while.
Yes. I am here for it. I will say that I wish we had finished the story of Jin Sakai. Well, who knows? Maybe
They still, yeah, I
they'll
was gonna say they still might. I don't know.
yeah, they still might, but I didn't know they said when they spoke with the creator that when they went to Mount Yotai, they went to Japan and saw because that's what they did for the first game, for the first Ghost of Tsushima game. They went around Japan to get inspired and see where they could go with the story of the game, and also they also took pictures to put a lot of the scenery into the game. They actually took pictures out there and all of that too. So I'm pretty sure they did the same thing for this game as well. But he said when he saw Mount Yota, he was like, "We have to do a game um, around this mountain." So he was inspired by that to do this game. Uh, we do know that the female the woman, I can't remember her name. I don't think they gave her name, but we know this is set 100 years or more after the story of Jin. So I'm hoping that she's like a descendant of his, or related to him in some kind of way. Um, but we do know this is like years and years after Jessica's story. Which I still feel like we need a follow up to. They may do another game with him,
I was
or
gonna say they're probably gonna do another game,
mhm,
more than
yeah,
like.
or either a DLC of some sort, but even to attach to this one. Um, but yeah, I'm excited for this one too. Like, it looks good. The scenery, of course, is beautiful. I'm so crazy with photo mode, like I did with Ghost of Tsushima, and yeah, I like the fact that we have a wolf companion. I also like the fact that she's using two swords, and I'm like, I like dual wielders alike that use swords, and the fact that she's it's a girl using dual swords. I'm like, yes. And of course, as AK said earlier, people are already in their feelings about this being a woman in a headlining a game, and she's a woman of color, is Asian, and they're like, oh, she's going to ruin the franchise, and this isn't accurate, and why do they have to be woke and include a female into a game that's already been dominated by a man, and these white incels that can get all of their genes and their chromosomes need to just shut the fuck up.
No,
You know.
no,
Well,
they don't mind a female lead. She's not. How can I say this? She's
not white.
not humpable. How about that? I'm about to say something else.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Cause y'all played Laura Croft back in the day.
Yep.
Y'all played Laura Croft. Y'all play a whole bunch of female characters, but if she ain't got a nice butt or big boobs, y'all not interested.
But you know what? But no, I won't even say that because look at what they did to Stellar Blade. Because remember, they had an issue with Stellar Blade looking the way she does. So there is no real woman in this world that looks like that. In the model for his character was based off his wife, and his wife does look like that. She actually has those curves and proportions of a woman.
Right.
So
Cause the same people play Bayonetta.
yeah, but
Bayonetta.
I would say that after further review, do not play Bayonetta 3. It's not worth it. um, Especially with the voice actors being different. That really, ugh, it didn't do it. It didn't do it for me. But yeah, Bayonetta wanted to, but her, she had a figure. Um, and with Stellar Blade, she had a figure, and I'm like, y'all still find any way to hate on a game that leads with a female, that leads with a woman. I don't understand why. There's room for men and women to do this. I don't understand why these people have to feel like, oh well, in this world and nowadays, women can't do anything right. They mess up the world, and I'm like, yeah, stop, just really stop. Because if it wasn't for a woman, half of y'all, or actually all of us, wouldn't be here without a woman. First of all, second of all, some of y'all only grew up in a single mother household. So shut up, please shut up.
Come out the closet.
Oh, that part too. I don't know, but you know what? But you know what? I remember back in the day when I was growing up, people were playing, but people were mainly Chun Li, Cammy, Katana, Melina, and Mortal Kombat and fighting games and stuff like that. And Christy, and I'm like, they're women. But I get why everybody's favorite Chun Li and all this because they were half naked, or Chun Li had on that outfit that showed her body. And I'm like, but nowadays it's like y'all can't get with that either. Y'all don't want that either. Because I'm thinking about with Stella Blade, because Stella Blade had on that tight skin tight outfit. She had some curves. She had body, and y'all still hating on that. So what's the real reason?
Cause they want muscle men. Gay.
Are you gay?
Are you doing the bending?
You gonna sit there and let a man bend you over? That's cause y'all, all these women hating. Just find a man.
Okay. Let me get some of his comments. James, aka Bro says that one of fake album sales. Watch, this game is going to pull numbers, and we love it.
It will.
For them, yes, yes. Also says James said it. She's not hot like Laura Croft. But that's subjective. They don't give a fuck about Bayonetta. Not anymore. They used to. And they want the muscle men's. That's what they thirst for.
That's what they want.
Mm-hmm. And they got to be white. They can't be a person of color. They got to be white, muscled, and hit women and abuse women and smoke cigarettes. That's what they want. Yeah. Which is, but my thing is go touch some grass. Go get out your mama's basement. Go touch some grass. Go live life. Go do something.
Go find your boyfriend.
I mean, go for a walk. Do something with yourself.
Cause people who hate women this much, y'all got to.
There's got to be something going on. Something got to be not right, not looking up there. But yeah. So what did you think about the Ghost of Yotai trailer, James?
I think it's pretty. They really didn't show enough, in my opinion. Cause I really want to see the gameplay. Like I said, trailers. Like I said, if you show me more scenes and make how pretty it is, okay, I want. That means something wrong with the gameplay or something.
Not necessarily. Don't do that. Don't do that. In
like I
this
said,
case, because it's a Ghost of Tsushima, like I guess
realm
in the realm of it.
Yeah.
Whatever. If I'm not mistaken, I think when they first announced that, because it was the first one, I think they even did the same thing. And then look how that game went. So I feel like even though they didn't show gameplay, I feel like they didn't show gameplay because it might be a little bit similar in a way. I think obviously she might have some differences in certain like move sets that he didn't have. They have to change it up a little bit, kind of almost like the whole Miles Morales and Peter Parker thing in the Spider-Man games. Like technically the fighting style is the same, but Miles has like certain moves and specialties that Peter doesn't.
Right. And I also remember she packing heat too. She did use a gun, so she packing heat. She got a rifle with her.
Right. Well, like I said, anytime this with any game, not just any game, this game. But if you showing me more graphics and cutscenes, it kind of make me worry.
But we know that by now the formula is not to show gameplay. At first, it's just to show you what the game looks like. So that's just what the formula is, you
I
know.
think I was gonna say eventually. I think what they're gonna end up doing is they might come out with a gameplay trailer. But
Right.
right
Yeah.
now, it's just like let's set the story. Let's see. Let's put out an actual trailer.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they put, I mean, the little bit of stuff that we did see um, of the movements, it was very minimal. But again, it's a trailer. I mean, you can't really
Mhm.
can't give too much.
Huh. And
Yeah.
AK Braille said they better find a bathhouse to play this game
Right.
yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, boy. But any other comments from or questions from y'all? Well, we got another
Yeah, we got
comment.
another one.
Okay. When Miss Mamas pulled out the blinky, yes, I was pleasantly shocked. Okay. All right. So if y'all don't have any more comments or anything that y'all said, we're gonna move on to Agatha all along episode 3, where they went through their first trial on the Witch's Road.
Down.
Down the down
I
the Witch's
I
Road.
The song is gone
I
platinum in this house.
I wasn't
Okay.
able to catch it this week.
You said
I'll
Oh
let y'all have it.
no!
I mean, do you want us to talk
Oh, I
about
don't care about spoilers. I don't care about it.
it? Okay. Well, we know that the episode opened up with them, running from the Salem 7 after they closed the gate in the last episode, and they're starting on the Witches Road. And at first, they're walking, and Tina's like, no, Sharon's like, you know what this is? This is a kidnapping. And what I expected to find out here was some subway systems because I'm part of the Westview Historical Society.
She freaked out, child. She was like, she went from like, I was singing a little song with y'all and all, and that was cute.
Right.
So what is going on? Where are we?
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
So funny. She was freaking out, but yeah, she like ventured off in
Mm-hmm.
the episode. Obviously, they were in this process. They're trying to figure out, what it is that they have to do, and of course, they look at Agatha trying to get answers because they're like, "You've
But
done
you
this before."
I mean,
Yeah, you brought us here.
So what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
And it's revealed that they're gonna have to go through trials.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to go through trials, pass the trials to get to the end of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of this conversation, uh, Sharon just disappears and ventures off in her own way because again, she's trying to get the hell up out of there.
Right.
And in the process of that, she gets off the road, sits down, and puts her purse down. And next thing you know, her purse is being taken in from the
Mm-hmm.
ground.
Yeah.
So
It's
she's
a dirt.
just
Yeah.
pulling it, and she's like, "What? What's going on?" So
She
she's
said, no, I
trying
got
to
this.
get it.
She said, no, this is Prada. You
And then
can't
they
have my
started
weapon.
to then it started to bring her into the ground. I'm like, Lord, what's going on? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, they gonna kill her already. I was like, what is going on? So they were able to get her out of there. And then I forgot who it was that said, well, the number one rule is don't get off the road.
But it was both. It was both Teen and Agatha. Because Agatha was
Yeah,
like, if we stay on the road, we'll be safe as kittens. Okay.
don't get off the road, child.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean,
so yeah.
I think that would make sense. It's
Right.
called the Witch's Road. Like stay
Yeah.
on the road.
Follow the
Stay
follow the
on
yellow brick road,
follow
Dorothy.
the
Follow
yellow
the
brick
yellow brick
road.
road.
If you get off that road, then
Yeah.
child,
Right.
you on your own. So yeah, and then next thing you know, they are a light is revealed. You can see a light shining, and they show this really nice, like I don't know if you call it a beach house, almost
Yeah.
really nice. And I think it was I forgot who. I think it was Sharon who said she's like, "Oh, we made it to the end," or something like that. And it was like, "Nah, it
And
ain't."
it, when the team was like, "Don't be such a downer. Don't be such a like."
Don't be so,
Because she
like,
sounded so
nah.
excited, and team was like, "Because even he knew it was like, nah, it ain't that simple, girl. It ain't that simple."
Right. Like, nah, it's not working. And so they go to this house, and they go inside, and when they go inside, they all look completely different. Brand
Mm-hmm.
new clothes. They look like a rich family at a golf or some shit. Like
About to sit down for Sunday dinner. Yeah.
right, like, oh, let's go have some tea. They look
Mm.
real nice and things. And um, damn it, what is her name? Shamir. What is her? I forgot her character's name.
Is
But
it
she
Jen?
is it Jen?
Jen, yeah. Jen got that wig on.
Jen. She had a
They
wig,
gave her
like
a
her
button.
hair. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I like it. So they walk around in this house, and they're like, okay, so what's this about or whatever. And so then Teen finds an invitation or a card, I should say,
Mhm.
um, that says the Witch's Road, like welcome to the Witch's Road or something like that. And of course, he calls them and he's like, guys, look at this. And everybody's like, what is this? And so Sharon takes it. She's like, wow, really? Like, I was like, the things that they say in the show,
Mhm.
it's just like she's so like in her own little world. She's not even realizing I'm in
Mhm.
a bad place. Like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And so they read it, and it's a riddle. And I don't know. I didn't write down the entire riddle. Um, but I'm gonna find it. Sorry. Okay, so the card says, "My age has value. I'm no fun alone. I mess with your mind. My tricks are well known." Right? So of course, uh, oh yes, Sharon also says, "Bear me in this kitchen."
Kitchen, yes. Yes. Yeah, they gave it a fresh Whitney Houston Bob.
Not the Whitney Houston Bob. Oh my gosh.
Sharon yelled, Bert, yes, and notice Jen didn't have a Tyler Perry wig on. This
You
guy went,
know, Sammy, please.
okay,
You know good and well.
okay.
Right.
You know good and
Disney
well.
got budget.
Listen,
Right. If
Child,
And
Tyler
anything,
black
Perry.
hairstyle.
If we're being honest, Tyler Perry has budget, but Tyler Perry just being Tyler Perry, just like he
right.
writes all them scripts, he
Hmm.
was like, "Let me be in charge of the wigs too.
Hmm.
Let me not." The
Go
only
to a
one that's got a
nonsense
good
store.
wig in his stuff is Medea. That's it. Medea, the only one with a good wig. Anyway,
Right?
Right.
uh, but no, so they're trying to figure it out, and Sharon turns around, or Mrs. Hart, as Agatha has been calling her,
Hmm.
which is what we've known her to be. But she revealed that her real name is Sharon. Mrs. Hart turns around and she's like, "Ooh, wine," and they was like, "That's
That's
it. That's it. That's the answer for the riddle." She only said, "Ooh, wine," because it's wine,
right.
like you know. So pouring a glass, she pours a glass, and she is the first one to drink it. Mrs.
Mhm.
Hart, aka Sharon, is the
Yeah.
first one to drink it, and they're like, "Wait, girl, what are you doing?"
She's like, I had a long day. Don't judge me. And yeah, she threw it back too, like it
She
was
threw it back.
something.
And so, of course, she threw back, and they're all, they come to find out there's like a timer that starts or
Hmm.
whatever. I think once she drinks it or
Yeah.
whatever, and the rest of them are realizing, oh, we have to also drink this um, because the timer is starting or whatever. This is part of the trial. So they drink it, but because Sharon is the first one to drink it, her face gets a little puffy
Right.
in the
It
most nasty
like bad
fucking way.
Botox.
Like really bad Botox. Like not even bad Botox. Yeah, it was just really bad. It was like
It was really bad
Botox filler. It was like
surgery.
filler.
Yeah.
Really bad filler. Like
That
big
Yeah.
lip,
so
big
that was
cheek.
that meme came from online talk to Kardashian.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
basically how they all look.
Lord.
So she's
Yeah.
like, they're like, girl, like, what is going on?
Right.
Like, You look a little sickly,
A
girl.
little puffy. You look a little puffy. and
Oh my
then
gosh.
and then what you call his face did it too. And she's like, and they were like, oh my god, well, all of us look except for Agatha's sneaky ass. Her was ready.
Child.
Lilia looking in the mirror and going, I don't hate it. Right, make me weak, but you
Right.
know what? I don't hate it.
She's like, you know what? I don't hate. And I'm like, how do you not? You look a mess. Like, ma'am, y'all look a mess.
I mean,
Um,
think about it though. The people in Hollywood coming out taking pictures of they just got filler in their face, like,
looking hot.
and they take pictures like nothing going on. So they must like it.
Child, too much. So then Jen realizes
and they were like, it's poison.
it's poison or whatever, but it's a particular poison, and I can't remember exactly what she called it, but
It's
it's a
alewives poison.
yeah. So basically, it was mentioned that the puffiness is part of it.
Mhm.
Then after
It,
that, it's
it
like
goes away because of,
hallucinations.
right because of the fact that alewives.
Elle's wife revenge. Thank you.
Yeah. And I looked up what Elle's wife is, and yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a Japanese term or movie that it comes. Have you ever noticed that in this show, just like in WandaVision, there were different TV shows. So I guess all along they kept it up. It's either you get a different TV show or a different movie in each episode that something has come from.
Yeah, yeah. So they do that, and Agatha, of course, being Agatha, the sneaky little thing that she is,
Mm-hmm.
she pours her glass of wine away in like a plant,
Yep.
and then she puts the glass down as if she's drinking, and she's trying to find a way out of this house, only to
Mhm.
realize that there are no doorknobs, there are nothing. Like you can't get out until you complete the trial. You're
Right.
pretty locked in here. Then, of course, everybody else's face starts to puff up, and like we said, or whatever, the hallucinations are gonna start, or whatever, eventually. And it was brought up to. Then next thing you know, you see Teen, because Teen is not drinking the wine, because
No,
obviously
he's
Teen
not
is a
old enough.
teen. He's a teen.
Mhm.
So he ventures off, and Jen comes to talk to him, and she's telling him,
No, but before all that, before they did like this, they went to go look for a corkscrew, and he's
"Oh
like,
well, yeah,
find one,
oh
and
yeah, they had to find a corkscrew, but he's went over, yeah, to open a wine. That's how that all happened. I'm sorry, I'm
Mhm.
skipping ahead. To open a wine, that's how they were able to open a wine, because he went to go look for a corkscrew. Jen followed him to help him, and she warned him that he needed to watch his back around Agatha because she can't
Mhm.
be trusted or whatever. And he was like, I know all about her. You're not telling me nothing I don't already know, only to find out that she's about to.
Mhm.
She's like, well, you do know that she gave her child up for the dark hold, right? Like you know, she sacrificed her child.
Mhm.
And so she says, Minnie says that he is, that he's dead, that he's a demon, or that he's
Agent of Mephisto.
an angel, an agent of Mephisto, which is
Mhm.
the first time we've ever had Mephisto
Yeah,
mentioned. And so now it's like, here we are,
yeah.
the start of it all. And I know the people went crazy online, especially those who were very like, oh my God, Mephisto, and WandaVision. So
Right. And now they said the thing, they said the thing finally. They do this meme. Ooh, she said it. Yeah.
mhm, it was finally mentioned. So of course he's like bug-eyed, like what the hell? Like I ain't know that or whatever. Um, Eventually they find out that Agatha hasn't drank her wine. Um, and so they're like, you need to freaking drink the wine. That's the only way we're gonna like get up out of here.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get out. She's trying to get out of the house, and she
Mhm.
ends up busting,
Cracking
breaking,
the window.
cracking the
Glass.
window, which
Mhm.
is
The patio plant. Yeah.
Later on, we're gonna find out it's not a good idea to do that. And then the hallucinations start for Sharon, and Sharon says, um, Sharon's hallucination is about Wanda. She said, "Wanda, please, please stop.
Let him go.
Let him go. Like stop, and make him stop choking or whatever."
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is, online, a lot of have associated her saying that with a scene of when Sharon and her husband were having dinner with Wanda and Vision, where in the show, Sharon's husband is questioning Wanda and Vision of like, where have you guys came from? Where are you guys from? And da 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 da.
Mhm.
And he ends up choking on his food
Right.
in there, in that episode. And Sharon is like saying, or Mrs. Hart at the time is saying like, stop it, and she's like smiling and telling him to stop it. But then she looks at Wanda and is like, stop it, like stop it, like and so some people are saying that although she was smiling and saying stop it, like, oh stop it, whatever, what she was really trying to say was please stop please stop making him choke or
Right.
whatever. So yeah, interesting. And so yeah, because she's the first one to try this wine, she's experiencing everything before everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
This show went.
Because Jen said, well, since you went first, you're our canary in the mine, basically. Like whatever you are feeling, let us know. Do you feel a tickle in the back of your throat? Are you having a hallucination? Are you hot? What's going on?
Right. Also, one of the symptoms is, um, like, I think she said passing out, and the end of it all is death.
That's right.
But you have to, at this point, Agatha is like, all right, well, because Sharon ends up basically passing out, right? And Agatha is like, all right, well, you're gonna have to, Jen, your potions, which so you're gonna have to
Make an antidote.
You have to make an antidote. And so she's trying to think of all the things that are needed to make this potion slash antidote. So everybody is scattered trying to find the ingredients. And most of the ingredients are household ingredients. They use the term of what it, like they say the actual term of what it is, but it ends up being like cinnamon and some other stuff,
Right,
and
yeah.
like other household stuff that is in the house.
Mhm.
And as they venture off, the hallucinations start for everybody.
Yep.
Who is it? The God, I forgot the girl's name. Who's the blood witch?
The singer?
Yeah.
Well, the one who's the mother, who's the daughter of the singer.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find what happened to her mom on the witch's road. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has a vision of her mother, and her mother goes, "I can't protect you from what's coming, or
She
I
said
can't
her
protect you."
grandmother. She announced to her that her grandmother
My
had
mother died, and even though I was across the world, I felt it.
Alice. You're right,
Alice, yeah.
And she is, yeah, she's freaking out because her mom is like, they're coming for me next, and I gotta protect you and all this other stuff. And she's like freaking out and all this other stuff. Keep in mind, all of this is in a steam room while this is going on, but
Right.
to her, it looks like backstage of a concert venue or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. And then Lilia's hallucination, I don't know what that was. That was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. I really want to actually watch it again to kind of understand what that was, and it's kind of hard for me to to explain it. But she saw somebody. Thank you. AKA Braille is ahead of the game, child. Lily is basically herself
Myself as a
as a
young
young
woman.
woman.
Ah.
But it gets really dark, and then it's her as an old woman being haunted by death.
Okay.
Sheesh. Hers was probably the most darkest, and then
Yeah.
Jin's, of course, Jin's is like,
Jen,
uh,
Jen is when they talk about how, because remember she said that the men bound her powers. She
and
was
they took her
bounded by
power.
men, and
Hmm.
they drowned her. I guess, and I take it back to the Salem witch trials because remember to figure out if women were witches or not, they drowned them.
Hmm.
And I think it's in reference to that. Like he tried to drown her under the sea to see if she was a witch or whatever. And I guess she survived somehow. And that's when they bound. I guess after that is when they bound her powers so that she can't do too much magic.
Right. So basically, she goes into she's in the kitchen, and this guy is basically degrading her and saying
Mhm.
you're a disgrace, like all this other stuff. She's like terrified or whatever, and he ends up grabbing her and basically dunking her head in the sink where
Mhm.
she was going to create, where she's creating the potion or the antidote,
Mhm.
right? And so he's basically drowning her, and she's like freaking out or whatever. And keep in mind, all of these hallucinations, they are very short in the show
Mhm.
because they come right out of it and go back to like normal or
Yeah.
whatever. Same thing happens with Jen. Agatha's, well, I'll get to Agatha's because hers comes after some stuff. But
Mhm.
um, basically, they all get the ingredients. They come in, and um, Jen is basically giving them instructions on when certain things need to go in, and they have to go in order, like a certain order. Um, they have to go in order, and you have to be very precise with it.
Mhm.
And
Okay,
so,
okay, and Gabriel.
right,
We love the rest of paragraph, but not like that.
you got to be very precise. And basically, they put all the ingredients in, and basically, once they do that, they're like, okay, so how do you heat this up? And so they're
And
trying to figure out what they can do or whatever. And of course, they realize because it's in a sink, so it's like, how can you heat this up?
mhm.
And then I think Teen says something about a sous vide
Yeah, it's
instrument.
one of the things that you can use to like make water boil or get to a certain
Yeah,
temperature. I'm
yeah,
like, well, yeah, I kind of want one of those.
nice. So they use that, and in the process of mixing it, the potion is supposed to turn a bluish color when it
Right,
is ready.
like cerulean,
Yeah, cerulean, and it's turning all kinds of colors.
and
Like, oh,
well, remember this is this I didn't try to get to, but the backtrack. But before they did all that, they did find out that Agatha was the one that didn't take she did take a sip of wine,
no, I
and
said that. I said that.
okay,
Yeah, I said that she didn't take the wine, and they eventually told her that she needs to because, right,
right,
right.
right. What is
Right, right. Uh, yeah, they told her that she needed to take it because it was getting worse. Um, there was no way to finish the trial if she didn't take it
right?
or whatever. Like they all have to do it together.
And
Um,
then Teen or Billy said, "I'll drink if you want," and she's like, "No, no, no." And she wanted about to sacrifice him for this.
right,
So
right, and that's where she drew the line. She was like, "No, no, no, never mind. I'll do it." Because I think that was what got her to be like, "Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it." She
mhm.
down it because every time she would pour it out, the glass would
It was a little bit
refill.
right.
It would refill. The second time, um, Alice gave her a glass. She
Yep.
threw it. I think she threw it down, and then the one on the table refilled again. And it's like, here, girl,
She
you
girl,
gotta drink it. And if you
right,
don't, it's just gonna continue to refill or whatever, and we'll never get out of here.
right.
So, to go back to the potion, the last thing that they needed was the blood of.
A virgin, but no, it was the blood of the unclean. Somebody that did not drink the poison, and
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
it
They
was
had to,
Teen.
and
Cause
then Teen was the only one.
they needed a piece of each witch's hair.
And they also need a piece of each other's hair to
Mhm.
go inside, which I also found was interesting that um, Sharon's Sharon was out of this
Right,
the
she
whole
passed
time.
out.
she was passed out, and they had her on the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
But the first thing I thought was like, because she's here, doesn't her hair also have to be in this? I
Right.
could have been wrong.
Yeah.
Um, I was like, it was like the hair of everyone, because she took the post. I mean, she drank the wine. I thought, okay, clearly they need her hair, but they never showed them, you know, putting her hair in it.
Right.
However, um, yes, AKA Braille was said that the blood of the
Yeah.
untainted, sorry, and the
Right.
hair from everyone,
Yep.
but they didn't get Sharon's hair. And
Mm-hmm.
so the weirdest thing of it all is they did all of that, and then
It turned
eventually
blue.
it turned blue. So they all drank it. But the only problem was um the timer was still going.
And
And
then
they
they
were
was
like trying to
hard.
figure out, why is the timer still going?
Miss
Also
Hart
keep in mind that the glass
crack.
that the window
I got the
that
crack. Yeah.
Agatha cracked started to
We.
have water come in. It's almost like they were underwater now for
Yeah.
whatever reason. So it was like they needed to hurry up and finish. Let's also, I keep forgetting, I have to go into Agatha's hallucination, which while they were in the process of doing the potion slash antidote or whatever, she got distracted because her hallucination came last because she was the last to drink. And her hallucination was she saw was it a bassinet?
Yeah. A baby basket.
A
A basket.
baby,
A baby stroller. Yeah.
baby stroller, and she's walking up to it, and she's like, you can see the terror in her eyes or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, walking up to it slowly, and whatever's in the basket is covered. I don't know. Did you hear a baby's crying? You did
Yep.
hear a
Yep.
baby's crying.
That baby did cry. Yeah.
You heard a baby's crying. So she walks up to it and she reaches in to take the little blanket off, and it's the
The
dark
duck
hole.
home. The duck home.
And she freaks out. And they were like, Agatha, let's go. Like, get it together. Like,
Right.
we crunch for time.
And,
But
and even I forgot who it was, but somebody asked her, "What did you see?" She said, "We'll talk, don't worry, nothing,
yeah,
nothing."
she wasn't gonna tell them what she saw, and
Mm-mm.
because it would basically confirm what Jen said earlier to Teen, which was that she sacrificed her child or traded him in for the dark hole, because
Mm-hmm.
clearly it connects. There's a baby crying, you
Mm-hmm.
pull off the thing, and it's a copy of the dark hole.
Right.
And so they all drink from it. They realize, okay, this is not working because
Timer's still going,
the timer's still going.
but the exit did open up, and it was a oven.
Well, yeah, it did, but that's until after they all drink it.
Yeah.
Um, they drink it. The timer's still going, and they're like, "Oh shoot, Sharon, she needs to drink it." Again, in my mind, I'm thinking, "Oh, girl ain't put her hair in here, so how is this potion even working?" For one, two, y'all gonna feed her this antidote, and I don't even know if she didn't wake up.
Mm-hmm. She didn't, and but they were like, we got. Like, I guess it was like, no, we can. I can still be getting on my nerves with
Agatha
this shit.
wanted to
She was
leave
like,
her.
we just leave her. Like, no, everybody has to
He's like,
go.
literally
And
everybody.
they're
They
like,
were like,
okay,
everybody has
fine.
to
And
get
they
out of here.
threw her in the oven first, and then everybody else went.
Yeah, once they did that, the timer was literally like on a few seconds before
Mm-hmm.
they gave her the antidote, and
Right.
then it stopped, and then the oven opened up, or better yet, it got to the end, and then the oven opened up, and they're like, what's going on?" And then somebody was like, "I'm not getting in there," and they was like, "Well, this is the only exit," and I think
Right.
Lilia was the first one to go.
Yep.
She's like, "Screw this, I'm going," or whatever. So they go into this oven, and as they're trying to go in the oven, they're trying to get Sharon, and Agatha's like, "Let's leave her," and it's flooding inside of the house,
Right.
like flooding. So they go in the oven, and the oven is basically a slide back into the witch's road,
Yep.
and then they end up being back in their regular garment.
Mm-hmm.
So then Teen says, uh, they were like, "Is everybody okay?" And it's like
We
Tina's
all
like,
made it.
"No," and Tina's like, "No, Sharon is dead." And then here come Agatha. Who's Sharon?
Right.
It's like, girl, this
Mrs.
Mrs.
Hart.
Hart.
Mrs. Hart is
But
dead.
she's been calling her Mrs. Hart since, even though
Right.
she's told her, "My name is Sharon." Like that's Mrs. Hart is what the name Wanda gave me. But Agatha's been calling her Mrs. Hart, but her name is Sharon. And so, again, we were right when we said last week that we thought Sharon was going to die at the end of this episode. We were correct. Hello.
Yeah.
We were right. I personally think she died because while they were making the potion, they forgot to put her hair in there.
Mm-hmm.
So she was good as dead because it's like you gave her the antidote, but she's not part of that antidote.
Right.
If that makes sense. Her hair is not in the antidote. So it's only going to work because obviously she's a part of the equation. But in my mind, I was thinking, like, if you didn't put her hair in there, it wouldn't have turned blue. I'm confused.
Yeah.
So that part I don't understand. Maybe it was because she's not a witch. I don't know. Um, but it didn't make sense to me. I was just like, why is she not a part of the?
What's up laughing?
That's James.
Oh.
But yeah, I was just like, this doesn't make any sense. But let's read these comments because
Yeah.
Braille I've been loving it.
Yeah. Thank you, AK Brown. But thank you so much. I'm gonna start. I guess. Hold on. Let me start up
Start
here.
from where he said, if you want to be cured.
Yeah. If you want to be cured, uh,
your hair needs to be in the potion.
Yep.
That's why that happened to Sharon in the end,
Yep.
despite them pouring the potion down her throat. Exactly.
Exactly.
Because she wasn't a part of the potion, it worked to get them out of the house.
Right.
But it didn't work to keep
to
her alive.
Right.
He also said, "Child, that dark hole baby in the crib was chilling as
Chilling
fuck.
at the very mindful.
Not very mindful, not very demure." No, it's very chilling. It was very chilling.
Right.
He also said, "Yeah, it won't matter if Sharon drank it because her hair isn't in there, so Sharon bites." Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep. And then he says,
Lilia going, "I'm not getting in that oven." That happened to a friend of mine once. She had a lovely house too. It's crazy.
Right, because Sharon was like, "Oh, but you know what? I was thinking that was very Hansel and Gretel of them to open the oven. Because remember, at the end of Hansel and Gretel, the only way they killed the witch by throwing her in the oven. So I'm like, oh, look, very Hansel and Gretel of them to open the oven as an exit. Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very interesting episode. That was the last one. But yeah, very interesting episode. But it also, again, it like AKA Braille said, they didn't take Sharon's hair, so of course it fixes the situation of getting them out the house out of the first trial, but it doesn't keep her alive because again, she's not part of the potion completely. And then in my mind, I was wondering, I was like, why didn't they include her hair? Don't know. I was kind of like, but again, we were right. Last episode, we said, oh, she's dying at the end of this. And the crazy part about it is online after episode 2, everybody online was basically saying that they would be very upset if Sharon died because everybody loved her when she was singing.
Right.
So.
Right, because she was like, "Am I supposed to know this song?" And then when they got into it, she started. She was like, she started getting into it, like,
it was so funny. But yeah, so
yeah. Our Miss Sharon, she was so funny.
She really was.
And she says, "A witch is just another name for a bad girl, right?"
Right. Yeah, she has some great lines in the show.
Right, but let's get into some of these theories and some of these other things that happen. So we also noticed that when King would tell them who he is, that sigil would come across his mouth. And because at first people thought only Agatha could see it because that's how the spell works.
But no,
And,
it's for anybody,
right,
and it's for us.
It's for anybody in the witch community that's witchy to not know who he is.
To know he is.
And remember that Sharon said somebody said that's a very amateur thing. That's an amateur sigil. And I didn't, because remember, everybody thought Agatha did it. Like, I didn't do it. He came like that, you know. And sigils are beneath me anyway. That's very, amateur and basic, basically, what she was saying. But if you ever go back and hear him, like the first time she asked who he was, there was a mumble where it's not like he's saying Billy, Billy Kaplan, which is Billy Maximoff, aka Wiccan. Um, so there was that. And also remember, what AK brother now, the shade everyone threw at Agatha when T's name got blocked by the sizzle. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I was ironically I told Cedro when the episode came out, because I hadn't seen the episode, but I also, and I'm not gonna say, I'm just keep this very clear. What I'm about to say, I will not say what it is that I actually saw. I'll just tell you a little bit of something, because I'm not gonna feed into the mess. But anyway, so I told him I didn't get to watch the episode like early on, and like I had to wait until like later on or whatever. And so I told him that because I used to collect Funko Pops, I still get notifications from this account that I follow of new Funko Pops that are coming out or whatever. Sometimes they post leaks. Well, there was a leak for Agatha all along. I will not tell you what it is or who it was, but there was a leak, and I told him, and he was like, "Don't you dare!" And I said, I'm not gonna tell you." Because I told him how upset I was that it was leaked or whatever. The Funko Pop was leaked, but I'm not gonna tell you who it is because again, I don't want to piss nobody off. But just be careful online.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think about what else is going on. But we got the name drop of Keeman froze. Keeman and froze. I think to talk about the leak. Nobody listening to you, Keeman. But we talked about, but she mentioned the Agent of Mephisto, which is Nicholas Scratch and Agatha's. Well, it's Agatha's son, but he does work for Mephisto. People like it could be Nicholas Scratch, but I really think it is Wanda's son. I think it really is Wicked.
Right.
And I'm trying to think about what else. What else was in the episode this week? And Mickey Mouse block Keeman.
You on mute?
Who, me?
Oh, you back now.
Oh, what the? Oh. Anyway, you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, but trying to think about what else other Easter eggs was in it. It's quite a few. I'm trying to think of any that I remember offhand. Other than the hallucinations, I think we covered everything that I remember.
Disney and Marvel said, "You are talking too much."
Right.
And I'm like, I didn't even say
Look,
anything.
even Bray was like, I told y'all not to mess with the mouse and be spoiled.
Oh, he said Mickey Mouse blocked Keeman. No, seriously. When I saw that, when it happened, I said, "Oh, you stop me." That's crazy. I said I didn't even say anything. I just said there was a leak.
They said, "Pull the
lever." But no, I was like, what I was trying to say was, I'm not gonna spoil it for everybody, although it is spoiled for me personally. And even when the account posted, the comments were going off like, "What the fuck? Why would you do this? Like,
Right.
why did?" Because usually this account would put spoiler alert,
Right.
photos and say, "Hey, this is going to be a spoiler alert," but he didn't do it this time, and he eventually ended up deleting it. But it was just
Too
like,
late now.
sir, many of us saw it. Obviously, some of the comments was like, "Well, some of this we kind of figured, da, 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 whatever." But it's just like, but still,
Right.
don't ruin it for everybody. But yes,
Ooh, I hope
I'm
that
still
count
gonna
still be
watch.
there.
Oh, it's still there, child. I get the notification.
But you know how people are. They get mad and start reporting shit.
I was like, why would you do that? But again, I'm still gonna watch because I'm still here for the how they're gonna work it all out and stuff. But yes, child. Cedro was like, don't you dare tell me. And I was like, I'm not going to. I promise. I promise. I would never do that to you. I'm not gonna do you how they did me. Basically, I'm not gonna do that to you because I know how people are about spoilers. Me too. But I was like, I'm not gonna do that. But it is what it is. The show is good. Um, Obviously, I think next week we're gonna see Rio.
Yep. Okay. I'll get into Rio. Somebody said that Rio may. This is a theory that Rio may be Morgan Le Fay in disguise for real, which would be an interesting take. And for y'all that don't know who Morgan Le Fay is, she is a powerful sorcerer. She's been in both Marvel and DC. You can do a quick Google search for her on the Marvel side if you don't know who she is. Or you can do it on YouTube. They explain her origin story as well. And she was actually, she's also thousands of years old, just like Agatha is. Even though Agatha looks good for her age. But yeah, they're both very old witches that look good for the ages because, of course, they're pretty much either aging slowly or they're immortal, one of the two. But yeah, go look up who Morgan Le Fay is. We'll probably get into that later on down the line too, or next week. Um, I do apologize that we did not get to both the Mayo and what's going on with X-97, but we will get to that definitely next week. You know,
We don't have to talk about her now. We really
but the thing is that Disney is delaying season 2 of X-97 all the way to 2026 for some reason. So that's what's got everybody upset. Like they're and the reasons why. But that's a long time, like wow. So
yeah, they ain't gonna care then.
it's right. Like at that point, we may not want to care. Like what the fuck? But
yeah, they might well. Nah, I won't say that. People get mad.
right. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out this week, and because both of Mayo did release some tweets online about why they're doing this and what happened to
Nobody
him.
cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
No. Actually, if you go hear Blurred Without Fear, people do care. They do.
I'm talking about me.
Oh.
What did you say, Jay?
Lady, shut up. You could just started a whole new project by now. Be quiet.
I don't want to talk about Bruno, but
okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it sucks that it's being delayed, but if I don't want to talk about Bodemaya. Child.
Get over it. Go somewhere else.
I'm good, love. But we gonna see. I hate that it's happening like this because obviously it's a good show and it got a great run and everything. But we'll see if they're gonna are they gonna rewrite some stuff? Like I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, they basically said they have to rewrite a lot of it.
That's crazy.
Why? Why you
Because
gonna
it's
rewrite
probably
something that's
because
working?
it's his work. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Because I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, he wrote season 2 already. And
Okay.
yeah, so it's his work, so they probably have to rework it. I don't know.
Well, somebody told me it's because because the animation is hard to do and they want to go back in there and reanimate some things. I'm like, that seems a little off, but okay.
If he signed the contract, the work is Disney work. Well, let me stop. Cause I don't know what it say in the contract. Let me stop.
Right.
Okay, he may own the property, so let me stop.
Okay. AKA Bro says, Don't you, man? Don't you hate it when good shows go this way? Yeah, I hate it when good shows go this way.
Yeah.
Definitely. And it says all because this dude was in the back being messy. But I don't know. Because remember that all they said was there was egregious things going on. And now that I listen to some other people in their podcast, they say when people say egregious, that means there was a matter of um disagreement. It's mainly pertaining down to there was a place where they came to a disagreement on a lot of things and they parted ways that way because and they'll cloak it as egregious things. Egregious things. Like, y'all couldn't agree on this, so y'all fired him, basically.
Look, if he just kept quiet and moved the hell on, we wouldn't be dealing with this shit. You did some nefarious stuff behind the scenes. You should have just shut up and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know that ain't gonna happen, and clearly,
and most stuff gonna be dug up about you.
It is what it is, child. On to the next one because we can't do nothing about it.
You could have started a whole different project.
But again, he has a history, so this ain't shocking to me.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. You keep talking, most stuff gonna be dug up about you, and you really ain't gonna have no career. Just be quiet and move on. Get therapy. Damn.
Not get therapy. I'm sick.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like we can't. We look. I'm gonna say it like this: we don't really know what has happened. All we know is what's being said on both sides of the fence. And Bo DeMaio does seem to be the one coming out with evidence versus Disney just being quiet about it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say what's right, what's wrong. What I will say though is that if they did do Bo DeMaio wrong in this regard, then we'll apologize. We'll be like, okay, we were wrong. But if Disney was right in doing it, we'll say that too.
But
I ain't gotta apologize to nobody because I ain't did nothing.
I mean,
I'm just wanting content.
What I'm saying though, like you're right, we did, but I'm just saying though, like because everybody was on the train of, well, he did this and he did that. It must be true because he got fired. So,
I'd rather him get all his evidence together and come out with one concise video than doing all this and dragging shit.
Well, apparently he came out with something, but it's on OnlyFans, and I'm not paying for that. So
right, now everybody paying for that shit.
Then you don't want people to know.
No, that was a bad move on him. That was a bad move.
Then you want people to know your evidence ain't good enough. Because if you putting it behind a paywall, it ain't. Please.
Right.
If you want people to be on your side, you'll have a video, boom, either on YouTube or have all that on Twitter. Say here all the evidence. But nobody got time for foolishness.
But I'm guessing nobody paid for that either because I'm surprised nobody put it online.
Oh, there's a way. There is a way on OnlyFans to block screen recording. Just FYI. So even he probably has it blocked.
But the thing is, nobody's saying anything. So apparently the evidence ain't that.
I heard there was a podcast I did hear that they did watch the video and they said a lot of the stuff he said made sense, but of course, it's just his side of the story or whatever. But again, at this point, it doesn't matter because the show is being delayed and it is what it is.
Yeah,
you don't have no work. So, what's the end goal?
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. What's the end goal?
I don't know.
Cause Disney ain't gonna say they sorry. So what's
maybe he want to? I don't know. Maybe he want to clear his name. I don't know. But anyway, again, like I said, I didn't want to talk about Bruno.
Right. I'm saying it was nothing to clear. They said he went his separate way, we went ours. That was the end of it.
And then he said something, and they was like, "Oh,
right."
So something too.
So you drudged all this stuff up. You could have said, you know what, this is a learning thing, something I can learn from. So when I go to my next gig, I know what to look for.
AKA Braille said someone put out a transcript of what he said on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well,
and okay. Well, I need to wrap up. We'll wrap up.
Well, the momentum if they coming out in 2026, the momentum gonna be gone.
Right, exactly.
So,
But, we will see y'all next week out next Sunday at 5 o'clock. Thank you all for watching. Please hit the like button. And if you guys got any suggestions of what you guys want to talk about that pertains to spooky season, leave it in the comments. Yes, we do go back and read the comments. I don't know where you're broadcasting from, but if it's YouTube or Instagram, or if you're on what's that thing called? Telegram, and you're part of the VIP, put it in there. We do read. I do go back and read things, but if you guys got any suggestions what you want to talk about during spooky season, anything old or present, let us know. We'll come up with something. But until later, y'all. Until next time, y'all. Peace out. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. The rest of your weekend, and have a good work week. See y'all next Sunday.
peace.